Hey there guys, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope the week's off to a good start for you. It was a chilly morning here and going to be even more chilly tomorrow. I asked some people on Instagram yesterday in a story. I just asked where everybody was from, and people have been responding to me that are up north, and specifically in the middle of the country, Chicago and north of Chicago. I hear it's just going to get crazy cold up there. I'm hearing stuff like, I don't know if it's, I think it's the wind chill, but even so, wind chills of like -50 and -60, I don't even comprehend that. I don't even comprehend that. That would break me. That would break me. It gets below freezing. I'm thinking tomorrow we're going to have our coldest day, about 25, and that's going to, poof, woof, I'm going to be using some heat in the morning for sure. Today I want to talk about the raw food diet isn't complicated unless what? Guys, I do videos every day, so if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you go down there and hit that big red subscribe button now, then click on the little bell and check send notifications to stay subscribed to the channel. YouTube has this little habit of just unsubscribing people. I find stuff I've got unsubscribed from almost every day. Is the raw food diet complicated? You would think so, with the questions that are asked and all the groups that exist and all the videos that exist and all the recipe books that exist and all the other books that exist, and it's got to be complicated with all that stuff, doesn't it? It's only as complicated as you're going to make it. It's eating. It's eating. Sometimes you need to take a step back. Sometimes I take a step back and I look at things like I'm an alien from, you know, or like I'm just not thinking like anybody else, and I'm like, it's food. You're putting food into your mouth. It's fresh food. It's vegetables. What are you really all that worried about? And everybody wants to know everything. I mean, listen, I say this all the time here and on Instagram. I get questions all the time, and I used to kind of stress over them, like, okay, let me go look this up, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, look, I do a channel. I've got a brand. If I'm not worried about it, I'm not going to go do research for other people. But I also, too, don't want to just, like, give this impression of willy-nilly, don't pay any attention, don't educate yourself, don't keep learning, don't keep moving forward. I'm constantly doing that, but it's more kind of I'm feeling my way through it with the information that I'm getting, and I'm not waiting until I know everything. That's what everybody's doing. Everybody is waiting. And it's kind of like I'm telling you, I know it. I know it because I do this in other areas of my life. I've done this with some technical stuff, some computer stuff, different programs I need to learn, or different things. I'll kind of like always be watching a video on how to, and then I'll follow this person and I'll take some notes here. And it's like I'm paralyzed. It's what's the word? Analysis paralysis. Somebody told me that one time on this channel, and that's a very good one. It's analysis paralysis. This kind of notion that we have to wait until we know everything, or wait until circumstances are just right, or wait until something is just right. And that's a waste of time. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. And number two, it's not like you're going to, this is not like some, disregard these videos that you see from people that say, I was a raw vegan for 6 months and it almost killed me. Now, once again, I always have to make disclaimers on here. I'm sure there's a sincere, genuine case in there where somebody had some sort of a health issue that maybe eating like this, I'm not even sure it like put their health in jeopardy, but maybe they were having a healing crisis. But anyway, the point being is that's in the head. It's like you're not, no, and don't get that stuff out of your head. You could eat anything. You could get in the backyard and eat grass for 3 or 4 months and not die. Go look it up online. I don't know I forget what the longest amount of time we can go without eating. I mean, not that I'm recommending, not eating, but we just act like if we don't get this raw food diet down, if we don't get what we're doing down within the first couple of months, I see that panic in people, and it's genuine. I'm not making fun of it. It's just I want to try to ease their doubts and stuff, because it's almost like they're scared to death, like they're going to do something wrong for a month and all of a sudden it's going to wreck their health. I like to go back to this all the time. Were you this worrisome when you were eating the standard American diet? You know, back when you were going through the drive-through to pick up fast food, or even when you were healthier and you took the skin off of chicken and were, you know, I ate better meat, this and that. I mean, were you worried? Were you constantly worried all the time? Like, oh my God, am I getting everything I need? Chances are, even if you're doing this raw food diet wrong, you're probably taking more nutrients into your body than you ever did with what you were eating before. Now, once again, having said that, there are things, you know, there are things that our body needs. But what the point of this video today is not that it's just like to be willy-nilly and just eat whatever and don't you know, educate yourself and don't learn, you know. Like I say, I think sometimes people get this impression that all I eat is just fruit all the time. And I do eat a lot of that, and I can get kind of lazy with that, but I'm very aware of, and I'm always thinking, okay, I need to get a little bit more into my diet. Like I'm starting to eat more salads again. I'm starting to make things more. I was just thinking, I don't think I'm going to get around to it today because today got to be kind of hectic, but I was thinking, I think I'll make Melissa's Raw Food Romance, her pad thai. That's absolutely phenomenal. One thing too, why I mention her recipes a lot is the recipes that I've picked out that I make. She's got some really good, tasty recipes that aren't all that complicated. And of all of them, I think the pad thai is the least work and one of the best taste. I mean, it's absolutely phenomenal. But I'm aware of that. I'm more aware than you realize. I'm looking down here right now, and everybody's got their belief in that, and it's almost like a religious thing. Either people are hardcore for or hardcore against. I take supplements. I take 2 supplements. I'm in the States now, and I'm not getting my, you know, fresh sunshine, so I take a vitamin, is it D? Yeah, I had to make sure I was saying right. D3 supplement, and I take a B12 supplement. I'm starting to get better. I've started putting my supplements out on the counter. I had them for a long time, and I was kind of real spotty about taking them, but now I keep them out there, and I'm regular taking them. So I am filling in gaps. I do notice. I see what other people see and call out on me sometimes. Look, dude, you can't just live on ice cream and stuff. And I will catch myself. I'll be like, all right, Jack, you're getting a little bit lazy. Time to have some, time to have a salad. Time to, okay, am I getting enough iodine? I'm kind of working on finding myself a good supplement. I've got a couple I'm thinking about, but right now I just put some Dulse flakes on things. I've got, you know, various things for iron, but just little tricks, and I am aware of this. But you don't have to wait. You can jump right in. Jump in feet first, and you can learn as you go. Once again, you're not going to wreck your health by eating fruits and vegetables. That's insane. That's insane. I always see this meme that comes around. It's like people tell you always got to eat your fruits and vegetables until you become a vegan, and then people are like, why the hell are you eating all those fruits and vegetables? They're not good for you. It's kind of wacky. There's a saying that goes, and I'm really trying to embrace this in 2019, like I say, for those other areas in my life where I tend to do this. Imperfect action always beats perfect action. I don't remember who I got that from. I don't know if somebody famous first said it and everybody else quotes it, but I really like that. Imperfect action always beats perfect action. In other words, do something. Do something. Even if you do something wrong. You know what? If you do something wrong on this lifestyle, you'll learn something from doing something wrong. So stop obsessing. Stop obsessing. Stop needing to know every little detail. Stop hunting down, relentlessly chasing down every recipe. The recipes aren't going to get you there. This could be said for everything in life. It comes within you. People want to know my trick, how I did this, what I do with that, how I got rid of worry, how I got rid of stress, how I started eating like that. I made a simple decision. I just decided this is what I eat now. This is what my food is. This is not what my food is over here. Okay, granted, it's a little bit, in my opinion, it's way easier as far as the animal products, just cutting animal products out as going raw, but even the raw part is not that difficult. Second thing I should always throw in, because, you know, I never know if somebody's watching one of my videos for the first time. And when I'm talking about being raw, when I'm talking about doing the raw food diet or raw vegan lifestyle, I'm not talking about the holy grail of fully raw. or maybe I am. If that's what you want to do, that's okay. But that is not the only measure of success. And that's, to me, that's the unhealthiest mentality of all, is just thinking that the rawness, the amount of rawness, the percentage of rawness is the end-all be-all number. And there's a lot of garbage raw vegans out there. I mean, come on. Go onto Instagram. Now, granted, I mean, I understand that. I mean, that may not be the best example, because it is, Instagram's visual, and you are trying to put your best foot forward, put your prettiest pictures and stuff out there. But I follow some of the people, and I'm like, yeah, but they eat that gourmet stuff all the time. So they're below the holy temperature, and nobody ever really wants to dive into that. They just fluff that off. It's like, but I'm telling you, raw may be the best. Raw may be optimal, fully raw may be optimal, but I'll tell you what, a cleaner version with a little bit of cooked food in there will beat that junk food or gourmet raw food diet any day of the week, in my opinion. So, you know, stop overthinking this thing. I don't. You guys watch me, you tell me you like how much you're following me, but you're not seeing my methods by some of the questions I get sometimes, because it's just like, I don't know why you asking me. You ain't seen me talk about that on this channel, or I don't do that. So even if, you know, and hey, no harm, no foul, no hard feelings if that's your method. You know, some people have a certain way of doing things, and I respect that too, because I can have certain areas of my life where I'm very, okay, this is the way I'm going to do it. This is how I learned this and that. So I'm just kind of being transparent. There's probably, you know, like they said, there's an ass for every saddle. There might be a better YouTuber out there for you, or there might be a better mode of information for you to get your information on this lifestyle from. But for me, it's what you see, it's what you get. I just got a bunch of fruit around the house. I grabbed some greens. I try to fill it in. I got my supplements, got my organic chia seeds that I got the other day. Just doing the best I can. But once again, I'll finish with this, which is always going to be the most important for me. At 54, almost 55, y'all, this will be an important birthday. Y'all send good presents. I'll be a senior citizen in 2 months. But at almost 55, I feel phenomenally. I'm not even close. I feel better than I've ever felt in my life. I feel better at 55 or almost 55 than I did at 35. You know, because I was living a shitty life back then. I was drinking anything I could get my hands on, eating, and I just didn't live healthy. So it's just learn it as you go. Just learn it as you go, and don't intimidate yourself by this big raw food thing. And one last little thing to leave you with, don't look at it as this big, I'm going to be raw for the rest of my life. Here's the last thing I'll leave you with. Just be raw for today. That's good enough. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.